Hey everybody, Jess Intuitive Angel Healer here with your Grounded. Thank you so much for joining us today and welcome to my live Why Not Wednesdays. I was doing this a year or so ago and I thought I would bring it back because I feel that this world, every time I interact with it, it reminds me that we need hope. And we need a little encouragement, maybe from our friends, family. If we don't get it, maybe we just need a little encouragement from ourselves. I can understand the pain some of you are going through when you feel like you don't belong or you feel like it's all for nothing. And I'm telling you, there's everything is for a purpose. Everything that happens is for a reason. We don't always know what that reason is. And sometimes we may not find out till a long time later what that reason is. But if you keep continuing down your path and just doing what fulfills you in your heart, stop asking permission from everyone to do your thing. I have asked permission for my whole life, and that's why I talk about my age so much, because I just turned 40, and it's amazing that I am 40 years old, and I still have, it's gotten better since I've been on my healing journey, but have you ever noticed you just stop and you're like, why am I asking all these people for validation? They're not me. And if they're not your people, guess what? They're going to give you not the correct confirmation. They're not going to give you any inspiration. And they're going to make you feel about this big. You know why? Because they want to crush you down, because that's the only way they know how to move up. So remember, when you're dealing with people and you're doing stuff that contains your dreams, unless you have to be your biggest cheerleader, nobody else is going to cheerlead you on to the finish line. Everybody has good intentions, but you know what? They also have their stuff. And unfortunately, unconsciously, we want to do our thing and we want to help others, but sometimes we forget. We get so caught up in our own thing, we don't realize there's another person who really needs our help. And it's not a matter of giving people money, giving people this and that to help them. It's a matter of making them feel like they matter. So many of us don't feel like we matter anymore. And you wake up and you're just like, ooh, I'm in a world today. Same thing, same bat time, same bat channel. And it's irritating. And I can understand because I've lived in that world for many, many years. But I've always been fighting. That's the difference, is I was never going to accept that victim mentality that I was given. I was given the title of "you're not going to succeed," basically. You know, the challenges that I've been given in my life should have had written on them, yeah, if you can get over this, good luck. But you know what? I kept going because there's no can't in my vocabulary. And even if I say can't, then I'm like, oh, I take that back, because you do have 8 seconds to retract your thoughts. So let's think about, what are your dreams? What are you waiting for? Who are you waiting to validate your dreams? Because I promise you, nobody's going to validate them. Not one person. That's why I love reading the chapter out of my book. It's chapter 10 because the angels pulled to it so much. I open it up and it says chapter 10. Do the thing that everybody thinks will fail and still do it anyways. And I continue to do things, and I'm not going to seek validation from other people. And that's what I want to convey to you guys, is that if you have a heart-centered business, especially, and you're feeling a little, not supported, or you're feeling like other people aren't on your wagon with you, you have to find it within yourself to overcome that, because nobody's going to help you get over that, because it's not their dream, unfortunately. But what you create all these obstacles in your happiness and in your dream, of obtaining your manifestation if you keep putting all these negative thoughts. Because I've come to learn thoughts are things, and I just saw 505. How about that? 505 is a definite number. 5 means change, basically, and 0 is an infinity number. When you see 505, I see that one a lot as an angel number. That is, take time for yourself. It's just funny. I was just talking about that, and I saw 505 because it means to do things for yourself. Stop trying to seek validation from the world, or you're doing it to seek validation from someone. You're going to come up with all of this cool stuff in your business, and you're going to have to tell yourself, high five, I did a good job, because there's not a lot of other people that are going to do that. And if you have that around you, wonderful. But if you don't, it doesn't mean that you're any less. It just means that you're going to have to work that much harder to stay on focus and not let the negative energy come and knock you off of your pole of what you're doing. I was watching this video the other day, and it was talking about happiness. And this kind of goes to my point of what I'm talking here. This is when between synthetic happiness and true happiness. And so the difference is you get synthetic happiness when you believe it turned out for the best, or what you synthetic happiness is also something we make when we don't get what we want. So, oh, it was okay, I'll accept that. At least I got something, and better than nothing. That's synthetic happiness. So natural happiness is when we get what we want, but you have to release attachment to outcome. Because you and I both know nobody predicted this COVID, and if they did, nobody believed it. So you have to release that attachment to what we're so in a hurry to get to the end of the road and see all the success, but we're not taking time literally to smell the flowers and enjoy in basking in what you're doing. Because I will continue to say this, and I always say this, I don't have 1 million followers. And it's not my biggest thing on my head, because social media gets you out here and you're like, I've got to do 5,000 videos, and I've got to do all these hat tricks and turn all these flips, and then people like me and people contribute to my business. And that's not how it works, because if you're attracting those kind of people to your business, they're not going to be repetitive customers anyways. So I want you to take time and look into you. What do you like? Because I like to post what I like. And it's different, and it's going to attract the people that have the same kind of line of thinking of me. And if you don't, it's okay. You learn not to take things personal, and you learn that people that come, and the Debbie Downers of the world, the ones that come and crush your dreams right in front of you, they are just reflecting their reality on you. And once I've learned that, I've learned to stop getting upset with people, because they are just projecting their reality of what they're going through. So if somebody's really angry all day, even though it's not fun, and I will tell you, hey, I didn't do it to you, so do not take it out on me. But people get so angry, and they take it out on other people, and then other people are like, why were you so angry? Why did you come and ruin my day? I was sitting here minding my own business, and now you made me angry. And you just learn that don't take things personal. If you've ever read the 4 Agreements, if you haven't, please go read it. It's 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personal. Don't make assumptions, and always do your best. And those are the 4 hardest agreements to live by. But if you do live by them, you will definitely stop taking in all this negative energy from people, because I learned people have judgment, and if you are judging me, then you are have an issue with control. You learned something new today. Hi, Martine. People will judge regardless. Ain't that the truth? But you know what? I'm like Cat Williams. A hater's got to do his MNFing job. So please hate on me, because that just gives me more energy to keep going. I go through my moments, and I was just talking on a podcast earlier about being vulnerable, and I come out here, and there's a fine line when you're a light worker and you come out here, and so I have to walk the line of love and light, and then I have a hard time managing that sometimes, because then you gotta like really think about it. I can't be mean, but I'm only human, and you go back and forth with it, and I try to treat everyone as kind as possible as I can. But I'm learning I can be vulnerable. I can share with you anything, just like I have my whole life. I share what I'm okay with sharing. Obviously, I don't share my whole life, and everybody's got their own private life. But what I do share, I know that I'm opening up myself for vulnerability, and I ask the universe, bring it to me, because that helps me in my karmic lesson of standing up to my bullies that have picked on me my whole life, because I'm learning through my spiritual awakening to use my words. And instead of using them the way I was taught ignorantly, how people teach us to cuss and tear down people, I have learned to now evaluate the situation and really just send you love and light, and know that, really be honest, half of the bad people that show up in my life with an attitude or anything else, they are a reflection of a vibration, not necessarily me, because some people, I'm sorry, I am not you. I have maybe an inkling of your vibration, but that's the easier way to get into it, because it's a really bitter pill to go, oh, you're a reflection of me. You're like the worst person in the world I've ever met. How can you be a reflection of me? I'm not a bad person. But then once that's ego talking, and once you can get over that, you learn, hey, this wasn't a personal attack on me. This was my vibration. So somewhere in there, I am emitting that vibration, which is attracting, because it's all about law of attraction. You create out here what comes in here. So it starts in here first. So if you're thinking bad thoughts or things about people, you can't hide it, because it may not happen right then. Mine is like instant karma, but it'll come back. And I notice if I lose my patience and I have an argument with someone, I'm going to pay for that argument later on down the road. So I really try not to have any more arguments anymore. I really try to just speak my truth and learn that people are going to have their own opinion about it, and they can either agree with me or they can disagree. But there doesn't have to be a level of being mean to each other. And yeah, you know what I'm talking about, because I love Cat Williams. And if you've ever seen Cat Williams, Martine, that is my favorite. And it's true. Haters are doing their jobs, because if I didn't have haters, guess what? I wouldn't be motivated to keep doing my job. And I am a light worker, and I'm a different kind of light worker. And it took me a while to step into that space, because when you go on a spiritual awakening, you find out all the falsities, and you find out all the things that you acted like, and all the things that you said and did were merely part of your programming of what other people have wired into you. Because I grew up around a lot of narcissists. I grew up around a lot of low vibe energy people. I didn't understand it, and I didn't know that it had that big of an effect on me, and I had no idea I was an empath either. But I'm learning that step number one, if you're an empath, protect yourself. Use protection. Just like safe sex, use protection. It's the same thing, because you can pick up a psychic STD just like you can with getting with some funky person. And I know, because I have been psychically attacked. When I first started this, I didn't know the use of protection. And yeah, I got all kinds of fun people coming over and just eating up all my energy and throwing hate bombs on me. But you learn, use your protection. First of all, get a black crystal. Almost any of them will work. Onyx, jet, those are the two that come to mind. Keep those in your pocket. What that does is, A, it helps you keep grounded, and B, it also helps put a little layer of protection so people aren't so easily just jumping into your energy, because sometimes us as empaths, we just leave our aura field all open. We're like, come on, bad guys, come on, jump in here. This is like a sauna for you guys. So close down your energy. Another fun trick is you can also put your hands over like this, and you can cross your legs. And by doing that, by closing up your energy like that, guess what? The person who's trying to get in there can't get in there. That's another fun tip for anybody who is around a bunch of narcissists, or somebody who's trying to interject in their energy. Just, that's why when you see people cross their arms over like that and their legs, I never knew that was actually closing off your energy. It makes sense though. And Miss Cheryl, my author friend, taught me that. And also another fun trick is running your hands under warm water. The act of doing that as an empath, if you're feeling really stressed out, go in the bathroom and run your hands under warm water, lukewarm water, and just concentrate. Close your eyes and just concentrate on all the negative flowing off of you, because you got to cleanse out your energy. Your aura is like a sponge. A narcissist is like a concrete wall. You're not getting in there because there's no soul in there. Ours, however, is like a sponge. You go in a room, try this activity out today. Go in a room and just close your eyes before you walk in there. And don't look at the people and their actions, but just feel the room with your body. And do you feel choked down, bogged down, or do you feel light and free? However you feel off of that reaction is more than likely how the people in that room are going to be. Because I've had some people, now that I've come into my energy and my gifts are really opening up now. If you're like a really bad person with like low vibration, or you just have ill intentions, I'll feel like I just got got a bag over me suffocating. And you learn, so many of us write this off. Don't write off your body responses. Our body is teaching us. It's programmed that way. If you have an issue, it sends out a reaction, and we as living in our society, we're busy. We don't have time for that. We don't have time to cry. We don't have time to feel our emotions. We don't have time for anything, but we do have time to sit and watch, America's Funniest Videos, or look at silly pictures on the internet. And I get it, because I've been there, and most of the time it's simply because that's an escapism mechanism that people do to run away from things. Because I've done it. Because I always tell people, if you ever see me with a game on my phone, Jesse's depressed and you need to save her as soon as possible, because that is the only time I will play games. Video games, I have super, like, I want to just play, but only when I've had really, I'm just feeling dead to the world and I don't want to have anything with anything. That is when I play games. So I know firsthand that I saw that. I was like, wow, I picked it up because it was a over the year thing. Like, I remember I did it in 2007 and I was really stressed out there. I was selling stuff and it was just a stressful time. And then a couple years back, I remember I put like Bejeweled and Candy Crush. Because those just simply help me to take my brain. My brain is just going so much. And when you're an intuitive, when you're a spiritual person, your brain just won't stop going. And you gotta take some time out. So it's okay to play games, but realize when you're doing it as a source of that's what you get up and do every day, that's when you gotta start changing it. And it's gotta come within, because you can take my advice, you can hire a coach, you can do all this stuff, and there's 10 million programs out there for everyone. But if you're not doing it for you and you're not truly ready to heal, it's not going to happen, unfortunately, because you got to have awareness that something's even wrong. So today, I would like you guys to have natural happiness and not synthetic happiness. And that comes with doing what feels good and right to you. If you're going to a job every day and you're like, I've been at this job for 20 years, I can't do this anymore, it's so toxic here, I just can't do it, then don't. But you got to put a goal in, you got to put something in. What do you want to do? And start, evaluating that, and don't do too many things at once, because this comes in, that comes in, and it just sounds like a bunch of chitter chattering all over the place. Do what feels good for you. Put your earmuffs on, stop listening to the opinions of everyone else, because if you do, they're doing their job. People are giving you their opinion because most of them, unfortunately, don't want to see you succeed. And I'm going to say that again. Unfortunately, most other people don't want to see you succeed. And if you can acknowledge that, you're like, I understand it. So what do I do to make sure I succeed? Well, then I make sure I'm my best friend, and I check with myself. And if I don't like something, then I won't put it out. But if I like something and other people don't like it, then I guess they don't have to look at my stuff, because the right people who like my stuff and like me will come. I ran across a meme the other day and it said, stop being around people that don't like you. Stop it. And it made me think, you know what? Why do we and social media circles is the biggest thing, is we are around all these people, or these people come around, and instead of us just, disconnecting them from our circle, they put this weird guilt victim thing around their energy, and if you're not really paying attention to it, they'll come in and then somehow you're doing all this stuff for them, and you're like, hey, you don't even like me. Why am I doing all this stuff for you? Because people will try to take what they can get if you're going to put it out there. So most people are going to take until you tell them to stop. Hopefully you're not like that, but some people unconsciously, that's just how they were raised. And I'm learning the programming of everyone is different, but I'm not going to be a participant either. So learn that if stop going around people that make you feel uncomfortable, stop going around people who don't like you, because there's plenty of people that love you and that want to hang around you. And if you're sitting there trying to make someone, I don't care who they are, how many likes they have, if they are the Pope, if they don't like you and they make you feel uncomfortable, don't feel obligated to keep going and hanging out with that person, because you know what? They're going to sell you a dream. I was in door-to-door sales for 10 years, and I've watched how many owners have dangled a carrot in front of someone, and in the end, they never came through on their promise. They just kept getting their pockets fatter until, there was nothing left and they had to move on. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little chat today. I just had some things on my mind, and I'm going to bring back my Why Not Wednesdays. I've had a lot on my plate. I have a new women's empowerment conference next week. I have 8 speakers, some of them published writers, and they're going to educate us on the women of the past. Me, myself included, I'm doing Dolly Parton and the Post Lady, and share how my journey coincides with them and why they're my heroes. And then we're going to have other speakers talk about Oprah Winfrey, or sorry, Maya Angelou and Oprah Winfrey, and a few others. So I can't wait. If tickets are only $5 at Eventbrite, I hope you can join us. And also, I wanted to show you guys a little true. Well, it's not going to show, but if you guys go over to my You're Grounded page, let's see if we can put it in there. I have a services $10 off if you watched this. And I also want to know if you guys are here, so make sure you put in #live or the replay in the comments, and head over to my services section of You're Grounded. You can just type in Jess Intuitive in Facebook, go to the services page, and you can mention this video, and I'll give you $10 off an angel reading, an hour angel reading. So it's under Angel Intuitive Mindset Session. And I also have, for those of you that are my new client, new people out there, I have a 15-minute new client promo, and it's an angel energy reading, and I'll get my chakra cards out and give you an energy reading and tell you briefly, you know, where your biggest block is, and a little angelic guidance. And it's only $12.12, and I just wanted to have this out there for you guys. So I'm gonna because I really want you to come try my sessions and know that I'm not I don't try to be woo-woo. I just try to help, and I try to state the facts, and I try to spread the love and light. And no matter how delicate the conversation is, trust me, I have almost lived through anything and everything you can imagine to live through. No judgment here. I simply deliver the message, and I know some of those messages are really hard to take, and that's why I will actually, you know, take time to help go through that emotion and that specific message, because I really hate it when people, especially me, I've been on a self-love journey for I don't know how many years. So when you just tell me you need to get your self-love and your courage up, thanks, because I've known that for quite a while. But I tend to give a more heartfelt message than that. So I'm not going to just leave you with, hey, you have control issues and you need to get that fixed and TTYL. No, I don't do it that way. So I do want to show you a message here. And let's see, angels, if you can bless this reading, make sure it's specific, in the light, and full of blessings for everyone involved. And if you can just give me a message to send our viewers off with, to let them know what they need to do this Wednesday to achieve their dreams. So it's Why Not Wednesday. What message do you have for us, angels? And it's funny because we got the faith and values, and that is reversed, and it says, your values are guiding principles. Use them to choose the way to live your life. And if you look at that, you'll see the green on the bottom and then purple. Purple is all about compassion. Compassion with yourself, compassion for others. Your personal core values define who you are. Your character paves the road to your destiny. A value may be defined as something that we hold dear, those qualities that we consider to be of worth. And your personal values are like fingerprints. So nobody else has these particular values. So values are an internal guide to do what is right and virtuous, to embody the characteristics of integrity, loyalty, and honesty. Take time in your own personal development to identify your values, then commit to them, as it is easy to lose faith and be influenced against your values and judgment. So the angel message is love and care for others and lead by example by having faith in your values. I love that. And, you know, that is such a magical message that the angels are leaving us with. So I hope that you got some love and light from this message. Please send me a personal message if you'd like to chat. I do a 30-minute consult to help you understand before you dive into my services, because I want to make sure they're right for you and I want to make sure you're getting value out of them. So come hit me up on You're Grounded, You Are and Grounded, or Jess Intuitive on Facebook. Have a lovely day, Facebook land and social media land, and I hope all of you have a wonderful day. Don't let anyone kill your dreams. Make sure you have those faith in your values, and it's not always for everyone, but you know what? If it's for you, it's the right decision. Love and light, everybody. Have a wonderful day.